Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Let's have a look at the daily challenge problem, problem 1338, reduce array size to the half. So in this video, we're going to practice the use of dictionary abstract data structure. So the solution is based on frequency counting and greedily do the removing. So first, let's look at the statement. So we are given an integer array called array. So we can choose a set of integers and remove all the occurrences of these integers in the array. So we want to find the minimal size of such set so that at least half of the integers of the array are removed. So here are two examples. So in example 1, so the output is 2. So for example, one possible set is 3 and 5, right? It means that if we remove all the 3s and 5s from the list, then the left element is less than or equal than the half of the original array length. So in example 2, so the array is very special and it contains the same number 6 times. So we just need to remove this single number and all the occurrences. So the output is 1. So before we do the simple analysis, let's look at the constraints. The length of the array is bounded below by 2 and bounded above by 10 to the power 5. So the array length is also even. This actually enables us to do the half of the length, so without remainder. So the third one is not very important for this problem. That is the range of the elements in array. So with that said, let's look at the method. So the idea actually is very simple. So what matters in this problem is the numbers frequencies. So to minimize the size of possible set of numbers to remove, so we greedily delete the occurrences of numbers with frequency from large to small. So in between, we can check the left elements, right? So here is a walkthrough for example 1. So this is the corresponding array, and this is the counter, right? 3 appears 4 times, and 5 appears 3 times, 2 appears twice, and 7 appears once. So the corresponding frequencies from large to small is 4, 3, 2, 1. So the total number of elements, in other words, the length of the original array is 10, right? So then we begin to move the numbers. So if we move the 4 occurrences of number 3, so the element left is 10 minus 4, that is 6. 6 is greater than 5, so we continue. So next we are going to remove these 3 elements corresponding to 5. So the element left is 6 minus 3, that is 3. 3 is no larger than 5, so we need to stop here and return 2. 2 is the size, right, of the set. So this set corresponding to 3 and 5. So notice that the problem here concerns the size of the possible sets. So actually the sets might not be unique, right, as explained in example 1. So with that explained, so we are ready to write the code. So the code is actually very straightforward. So first we are going to do a counting. So count. So let's use the collections counter, right? So this line of code will give us the unique elements in array and their corresponding frequencies. And then we are going to get the frequencies and do the sort from large to small. So let's call countings. So it's sorted. So I just need to pay attention to the values, right? So the frequencies. Then we do the sorting from large to small. In other words, reverse is true. And then we can do the counting using a for loop. So originally the element left is nothing but the length of array. So let me introduce a variable. Let's n equals length of the array, and left equals n, right, at the very beginning. So basically we can use a for loop, right? So for I in range, so we want to iterate over all the frequencies. So length countings. So now if we look at index I frequency, right? So we're going to increment. So let me also initialize a result variable, initially 0, and whose final state is what we want to return. And then if we look at this, we are going to delete this number and the corresponding frequencies. So we want to increment the result by 1, and then the element left is decremented by the corresponding frequency. It contains I. Then we are going to check if left is less than or equal to half of the length, that is n over 2, right? So if this is the case, we are going to return the result state. So as we traverse using this for loop, if we end at this for loop, so we're going to ending at 0 element. So in between there must be something returned, right? So that it means that this is the full code for this problem. So let me do this. So this is the preparation, right? So the second one, so this is basically the counting procedure. So let's do a special case check for this problem. Yeah, it passes example 1. Now let's do a generic case check. Yeah, it passes all the generic cases. So I would say that this problem is sort of straightforward, but it's good to practice and make ourselves familiar with different data structures, and then based on the experience on solving simple problems, we can actually solve hard problems much easier. So with that said, I guess that's about it for this problem and for this video. Thank you very much.